You are now tuned in to the Peace King podcast.
Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Come on, man.
I go by the name of Hungry HD, a.k.a. HD for short. And to my left, we have the incomparable.
It's Trell Maurice.
You know we come together to form the Peace King podcast, where we talk about health, wealth, relationships,
Big three.
and whatever else we feel like.
Yes, sir.
And on that note, let me start off by saying, Peace King.
Peace King. Hey, man, it felt good to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to take a sip, you know what I'm saying? Some people be saying that's bad luck, you know what I'm saying? But, you know. But, yo, this is a great time of the year, man. We're coming up. The spring has sprung.
Facts.
You know, in different areas of the country, of the world. Facts. The sundress season is upon us.
It is.
Come on, man.
But we gotta get back to the sundresses, though.
Yeah.
And get away from the, you know what I mean, the Hulk Hogan, the Andre the Giant, joint, the Andre the Giant onesies. We gotta get away from that.
Like the bodysuits?
Yeah. We got. I mean, I like the bodysuits, but let's bring the sundress back.
Sundress is nasty work in a great way. My bad, in a great way.
Beautiful.
Like lift that dress like when. And
slide right in.
Come on, man. We in the game, coach.
Absolutely.
We already on one accord. Hold on. Let me get it. Come on, man. Shout out to Jay-Z.
Yeah, man.
All right. NBA playoffs in full effect. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
These series are going hammer, bro.
Tough.
Anthony Edwards is showcasing. He's like, I will be. We said it a few episodes. He's trying to be that face of the league, and he's showing up and he's showing out.
He's that guy, man. I think he got the best shot to be the face of the league, man. He's that guy. I mean, only 22 and doing what he's doing already is crazy.
It is crazy.
He ain't even hit his prime yet. Like, it's crazy.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Like, yo, May is here already. Like, May, we got Memorial Day weekend. Yo, shout out to the Vibe Tribe. We got the Vibe Tribe trip.
Oh, shout out to the Vibe
Come on, man, this month.
Yeah.
You know. And hold on. And I'll be remiss if I didn't, excuse me, pardon my French, you know what I'm saying? This is a collaborative effort over here. We do these episodes together, ladies and gentlemen, to try to give y'all the entertainment, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Yo, shout out to the new studio, too. Shout out to the new studio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to all the supporters out there, you know what I mean? Y'all know what it is. We got y'all know who be ride or die with us, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. We took a couple weeks off to try to, move some things around and get right, you know what I mean? And shout out to everybody who's been contributing and making that happen and facilitating our greatness and lending a helping hand, you know what I'm saying? So,
you know who you are.
You know who you are.
And we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, yo. So May is also Mental Health Awareness Month.
Absolutely, yes.
You know, so we got to shed light on that. A lot of people, I got, one of the, everybody's fighting some sort of battle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So kindness could go a long way. Mm-hmm. A thank you, showing gratitude, things like that could go a long way. Because you don't know what somebody's currently battling inside of their head. But if you are going through hard times, we got 6 tips to help you improve your emotional health there, since it's Mental Health Awareness Month. Connecting regularly with family and friends.
It's a great thing.
What do you think about that, bro? You think that people need to do that a bit more often, my G?
I do. I do. I think it's just maybe being very specific on who those family and friends are. I mean, because everybody doesn't have great relationships.
Right.
Some people experience mental health problems because of their family.
Because of their family.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and family don't necessarily got to be blood either.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So, whoever that, I mean, I think we all have at least one family member that, if it's not your favorite cousin or whoever it is, tap into, and don't get too distant from that person. Right.
And if you don't know how to connect, you don't have no one to connect to, holla at the Peace King Pod DMs or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The Peace Kingdom, we is family.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
All right. Exercise at least 60 minutes a day. Dang, 60. I thought it was 30. When they ran, but like, hey, yo, my this.
Well, the obesity rate in this country is through the roof. So,
I know, right? Connect regularly. These are some of the ways to help improve your emotional health, your mental health. Connecting regularly, exercise, sleep at least 7 to 8 hours a day. Some sources say 6 to 8. I at least try to get 6. You know what I mean?
I realistically need 8, but I'll be trying to push through with the 6. Sometimes it be 5. So
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And the power naps. Don't underestimate the power of the power nap.
Yeah.
I try to shoot for 20 to 40 minutes. Anything more than that is a wrap.
See, we spoke about that before. I know you the master sleeper.
You already know what time it is. Practice mindfulness, like 20 minutes a day. Mindfulness, like meditating, just being in your thoughts, disconnecting from electronics, things like that. Just being in yourself. Mindful prayer, yoga, you know what I mean? Whatever that is, when you're in your zen or whatnot.
So I want to add this on too, because I can't take credit for it. I seen J. Cole mention this on The Joint with Kevin Hart, Heart to Heart. I think it's the name of that show he had. So I was already trying to do meditation before, but transcendental meditation specifically, I tried it out a few times and it's like really, really good. I just got to get more consistent with it, but I just want to suggest that for the people who give it a try.
That's super lit. I be scared I'm gonna fall asleep because I can go to sleep fast. I try to be in my zen. I'm out. No, but all right. Connect regularly, exercise, sleep, practice mindfulness, eat healthy, whole foods, and increase your water intake.
Absolutely. Got to.
This actually helps with emotional and mental health. That's wild. Yo, drink water. Okay.
Facts. And it helped with the pumps too. You know what I mean? You're getting it in.
Bang,
bang, bang. You know
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's slippery when it's wet. Okay, and then finally seek mental health support. If you are really going through it and you really need someone to talk to, someone who's a bit more versed, you know what I mean? You could dial 988. It is a crisis hotline. It's a suicide hotline, you know what I mean? And if this triggers anyone in any moment, you got to take a break. Please pause the episode and you could call or connect, like the first one, connect with a friend or loved one, you know what I mean? They may be the same. Seek mental health support if you notice persistent or increasing symptoms of mental unwellness. Yes. There we go. Just some honorable mentions. Take a break from electronics. Spend time in nature and get involved with a hobby. And the last one I thought, volunteering. Volunteering could really help. That might be one of the out-of-the-box kind of thoughts when it comes to helping with your mental health. But if you give back, that can make you feel purposeful. Right. And I think mental health, a lot of that is feeling that you have value, that you're a part of something bigger than yourself. And you matter. And sometimes when you volunteer, you can get that.
No, that's a fact. That's actually a great addition. Because what else I thought of when you said that was perspective too, change perspective. Because sometimes you see other people going through different things and you help them, and it lets you know that you're not alone, right? So other people have problems too, you know. And I think it's a problem when you going through those mental challenges, you feel alone in those spaces. You know what I mean? So that gives you great perspective.
That's a great point. Yeah, it makes me think of when you have those more challenging days, and if you are in the spot, you think back on where you used to be, and you can think, there was a time where I wanted to be where I'm at now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, it's that perspective, like you're saying. Come on, man. Hey, man, shout out to Mental Health Awareness Month. It's a good time. We should be aware of our mental health all year round. Absolutely. But I like these types of awareness months because we put a highlight on it. You know, you just put a flashlight on something that's already there, just paying attention. All right? But we in the game, coach. Cool. Speaking of mental health, a lot of that can happen in these relationships. Y'all know we talk about the big three: health, wealth, and relationships. We hit on that health, the relationships part, and all three of those can definitely be tied.
Absolutely.
Together.
Yes.
But yeah, man, y'all know how we do. We some proud fathers over here.
Absolutely.
Proud dads.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that co-parenting can affect.
Could be tricky.
Mental health, man. What are some of the things with co-parenting that you've noticed, or you may anything you want to highlight with that?
So I love like the whole Black Dad movement and Dad Gang movement. I know you had the hat on.
Man. Yes,
of episode. I definitely I meant to order one. I gotta order that hat. So there's this thing, right? Is a saying that we've all grown with and know very well. Is, you know, Mama knows best, mother knows best, which I feel like is very, very true. But that doesn't mean that Dad doesn't know anything. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that Dad can't contribute. And I just know from my personal experience, like there's a lot of situations and times where you point something out or you lay down a scenario, right? And possibilities that can happen, where it can go wrong, where it can go right. And a lot of times I think, especially because it's co-parenting, especially if you're not with that person anymore, they feel ownership over your child when it's again co-parenting. It's supposed to be a collaborative effort, and so they might go against what you say because it's like, oh, you're a dude, you don't know. I carried this baby for 9 months, and I get that, the whole mom, you know what I'm saying, and baby connection. I get it, but don't we have a connection too? As dads, aren't we still parents? Are we connected to the child? So, in my experience, it's just been times where things have happened just as I said they might happen, or gone left as I said they might possibly go left, and then it's like no ownership, right? Or it's like we just ignore that and we just keep on moving the same way and not ever still heeding to the word that dad gave. And it's this energy of like, well, I know. I know best.
There's big facts. Big facts, man. I tried to, I ain't gonna say try. I constantly reinforce and I've taken my out of the vocabulary when I talk about the children with my ex that I co-parent with. And I always say our children, our this, our that. I try not to do that because it does give a sense of when you get used to having them on your time or their time, you do things your way and they may do things differently, and which is okay. However, it's a constant like, hey, remember, we both are different, the mom and the dad, which is good. Yeah, that creates the balance. So we may differ on certain things, discipline, hobbies, interests that the kids should be involved with, what have you, consequences, so on and so forth. And it just boils down to respect for the other person's role. It's like, yo, you're the mom, and that's amazing. You have natural skills and abilities and knowledge that's just in you, and some that have developed in you that you showcase more because of you being a woman. And conversely, I have same just being a man. So when there are times, and I believe that this should happen for the child, you should respect me as the dad, and conversely, I need to respect you as the mom. So yeah, man, it's a constant reminder when the other parent disagrees with something, and it's one of those, I don't got to win every single battle or disagreement.
Right, and I that's the part, and I definitely am glad we're talking about this and highlighting it, because I feel like it's a lot of, and that's why, men probably feel the same and just not voicing it, but I feel like it's all connected to who we are as men, and part of the flaws that we have, we're not voicing, our dislikes or vulnerabilities as much, and not being vulnerable. So you may in times feel like it's not a big deal because he's not saying anything, but he probably feels a way. You know what I'm saying? So as I know we have a big, woman or female following, if you offended by the phrase female, check in, man, like to keep that in mind when you're making decisions, because I'm pretty sure he has some things that he feels a way about. He may not be bringing it to the table. And I part of it is just like systemic too in society. I can even think back to, I don't know if you experienced this, but when my son was born, it was like I felt the way at times in the hospital, because it was like they want me to leave the room so they can have certain conversations. And listen, I get it. I know domestic violence is a real thing. A lot of women in situations and they can't get out and they're scared to get out. So you want to have those moments, they create that so that they can, open up opportunity for the woman to be safe. Yeah. But as a man, that just makes you feel kind of crazy. Like it makes you devalues, your relationship. And it's like, listen, fam, this is one unit. At that time, we definitely wasn't co-parents. It's like we all in here. Right. Well, I gotta leave the room. Like everything that goes on should be on the up and up, right? So as you think about those things and how it may tie into and play on, right? Like the woman's mind as she's making decisions subconsciously, that might have an effect as well. So I just think it's things all around that may influence why they make those decisions like that and why they move like that. And it's like, especially if you're a first-time parent, like just because you're a woman and like why does it make you more qualified? You're a first-time parent, right? So it's like you don't really know any more than I do at the end of the day.
Right. I mean, I'm gonna say this. Yeah, some of the ladies, they do have a head start during the pregnancy because they got a 9-month head start. Right. Because the baby's inside of them and they're feeding the baby through what they're eating. And they could feel the baby, and they can actually get a sense of the baby's personality more than I can, because if they're active, they're not active in the slums, and that's all day thing. You know what I mean? And I've heard that sometimes children could come out and display kind of like a personality like they had in the womb. It's pretty interesting. Yeah. And sometimes just being visual as a man, I'll just say for myself, it wasn't like when she was pregnant, she may feel it like soon. And it wasn't until I felt my son kick for the first time, I was like, oh snap, there really is a baby in there. like holy cow. You know, you see the sonogram and all that. It's just like, oh, okay, great. But when you felt, hold on, there's a human in there. But it didn't even come until I saw him coming out and I cut the umbilical cord. I'm like, he here.
It's real.
6 pounds, 13 ounces, 19 inches. That's my little homie. Let's do the skin to skin. Let's get it in the game. But yeah, let me say this. It's maybe I just gotta keep it real. Look here. Ladies, moms, you are not more important than the dad.
Absolutely not.
Dads, you are not more important than the mom.
Absolutely not.
Y'all are equally as important to the development of that child. Let's do this thing together. Come on, man. We in here.
Absolutely.
We in here.
Absolutely.
You know, it's been proven that the most successful human beings on earth are those who have had. Okay, hold on. Let me get this correct. It's been proven that the likelihood of success is much more greater for those who have both mom and dad very active in the growth of the child. And some may say actually in the same household. If they aren't in the same household, of course I'm biased because mine don't have that thing. They don't have that chance anymore. We try to emulate as much as possible where we can have joint efforts when it comes to certain outings. And if she got a significant other, I got a significant other, they coming too.
Yeah.
It's blended over here. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't go.
I think when you live in two different houses too, and I just think about this when you talking like, I know it's difficult because I know you said, you know, we different and we do things different ways. It's tough, but to find a way to where you guys can still have a unified voice, right, and still unified decision making. So whatever the rules are at mom house is the same rules at dad house. And of course, again, there's gonna be some things where dad do a little differently. You're like, yeah, don't tell mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, and mom might do the same thing, but for the most part, for the most important things, I feel like I think we could try to strive for having it to where things are uniform. So that way there is no, you know what I'm saying, division when it comes to that. And the child is not making it up in their own mind, like choosing sides to which side they, you know, appreciate more.
That's where the kids learn how to code switch fast.
Right.
Cause they know you outside play. Hold on, nah, I ain't even gonna put it. I ain't even gonna say that she be tripping like that. But like, what's a good example? Oh, a good example like me. I strongly dislike what? Yeah, as a response to our call. That ain't happening over here. You know what I'm saying? Over here, it's a yes. At minimum, it's a yes. Yeah. It's a yes, sir, more times than not. Yeah. But it's at minimum, yes. It ain't no, yeah, why? I hit it around their mind, I correct them. But it's crazy is that, you know, they say yes, sir to me, but they'll say yes, ma'am to her because she don't require it.
And that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I made that point, and you hit it on the head because like, that's the problem. Like, his mom might call me and tell me, you know what I mean, like certain things that he do around her or certain ways he react to her, but he'll never do that, you know what I'm saying, with me. Yeah. And it's like, he don't do the stuff with you, but when he with me, and it's like, it's one of the things I told her years ago. It's like, yo, we're not together anymore. We're in two different spaces. You may not want to be like aggressive, disciplined mom. It might be killing your dream or what you vision as motherhood, but it's like, if I'm not there, especially if we're not like super close to each other, he knows that. Like, he's intelligent enough to understand, like, well, dad ain't pulling up. Because the point is to do that, I pop up any given time. Like, cause she'll call me, something happen, I drop what I'm doing and just pull up. Like, it was good. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't do that every single time. Right. And you want to create a space where you lay down a certain law to where he knows that respect needs to be given in your space and my space, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And there's big facts. And it's important. I tell my children, like, yo, And so when I correct them, they may not say, like, for using that same example, yes, ma'am, to the mom dudes, but if I'm around, you're responding like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm holding kind of, and I tell them, respect your mom dudes. You know what I mean? Things like that. Just try to enforce that. You know, ladies, this is what I want y'all to do. This is what I think is some of the parts where y'all can do better. Now there are some parents that it is flipped where the mom is the disciplinarian.
It is.
And the dad is those ones I'm like that might be the energies. She might be the masculine one in that relationship before. That's probably why it ain't working the way it's supposed to. But nonetheless, or it's just personalities. You know what I mean?
And sometimes it depends on the gender of the child, because I think dads are softer with daughters and.
Yeah, that is true. That's true. Now, when I say discipline, I'm strictly talking about setting consequences and sticking to it.
Right.
The follow through of sticking to the consequences, I've seen it's lacking more with the ladies. It be like, you said that they were going to have no electronics for 7 days. Why are you letting them do it on day 2? Like, don't say kids are too smart. They're going to realize the mom dudes give in. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, she give in. Oh, she said, I'm grinding for a week. I'm going to be done in 3 days. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mom's just yelling again. Yeah. She's going to get over it. Like, yo, but you stick to the consequences? Oh, yeah. They're going to be at the right soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we in there. Great convo, my G.
Absolutely, man.
Great convo. Yeah. Shout out to all the dope dads. Shout out to all the amazing moms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Dad's voice matters too.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
Not just the mom dukes.
Stay hungry, because name one person at the top who hasn't. Our designs are catered toward the ambitious, created to inspire those who strive to maximize their potential in everything they do. We make pieces simple enough to be worn with a number of outfit options, but flashy enough to still turn heads and make a statement. At Stay Hungry Cloth, you can expect high-quality materials made to live through many wears and proper wash cycles, with a fit that is fashionable but comfortable. Most of our styles are unisex, but we also have pieces just for you ladies. No matter if you're a sneakerhead, fitness addict who likes to be fly, or someone who just loves a dope t-shirt with a message, we got you covered. Members of the Peace Kingdom, we have an exclusive offer just for you. Visit stayhungrycloth.com and enjoy 15% off your first order with the code PKP15 used at checkout. That's PKP15 for 15% off your first order at stayhungrycloth.com. Stay Hungry Cloth. Ambition is a lifestyle.
Word. That leads us to the King's Corner, a.k.a. Ya Buggin'. All right. This week's You're Buggin'. All right, so, I be checking the Peace King Pod DMs. Yeah, I be checking my DMs, of course, and any other page that I may have. But the DMs that be annoying, and this King's Corner, Your Buggin' goes out to all of the dudes out there who are imposters and having all these fake profiles using the pictures of the Hungry HD. Okay? We know he got the face and it's the beard, okay? Like, no diss, but come on. Y'all already know what time it is. You got You're Bugging because you're using his face and you're tricking these older ladies. Bruh. This is like, I don't think y'all understand. Probably like, at least from my understanding, probably at least 6 to 7, maybe 8 that I'm aware of fake profiles portraying like they HD, and then some family member reaches out to us and want to talk and say that, like, my mom's gonna sell her house, my mom's giving up her mortgage, my aunt, my grandmother. It's always some poor older lady who thinks that this face right here is is in a full relationship with them. Like, it's his pictures, but it's not him. Man, come on, man. What you got to say to this, my G?
The fact that you said this face right here is hilarious, because like all they see in is pictures. So it's
right,
like,
that's all they see.
It's literally just that, and it's like, I'm so annoyed, man, but it's like nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I try to report them or even get verified by Instagram does nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, ladies, you gotta be more vigilant out here, man. Yes. You know what I mean? Like, stop just jumping at whatever opportunity because it's there, right? Like, I don't know, like you're attracted or whatever it is, so now you just jumping over the moon. You know what I mean? Like, the example with the house was a very real example. Like,
that's a real one.
That was very real. And I'm like, well, what's going on, man? Like, she's about to sell a house and move.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like, I'm in the wrong business. I might need to get my scam on now.
Nah, big facts. Because I don't think he saw the DMs, just for background. I don't think he saw them at the time. And this woman, so I'm conversing back with her. She's like, please, can you have... I said, that's not him. Like, I knew about what he was saying. I'm like, there's no way. She sent screenshots. That's not, believe me, that's not him. I talk to him regularly.
Yeah, it's wild.
Or whatever. That's not him. So I was like, hey, man, can you just talk to this girl? And sure enough, her mom, Dukes, was like, took out, I don't know if it was a home equity loan or sold her house to try to get money to...
Yo, it's wild, man. It's sad. It make me feel bad, too, because I'd be like, damn. I mean, but it's to a point now where it happens so much where it's like, I don't want to seem, jaded or like nonchalant about it, but it just be so much. There's a lot going on. I be feeling like it's a lot to take on too. It's a lot to, shoulder. It's like, yo, I don't know what y'all want me to do, man. Like, keep saying, follow my page. I go live almost every other week. We have I have so many things out there. That's where it's like, if you want to find the real me, I don't feel like it's that hard to do. But at the same time, I guess maybe it is. There's so many other people, you don't really know who to trust. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Y'all definitely got to stop it, man. Like, find something else to do, man. Find somebody else to play with your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, find something safe to play with. I don't know, man. Stop doing this to these ladies, man. You know what I mean? And ladies, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I'm about to start up a new service in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You can get the real me. I don't know what capacity. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, I don't know how far we gonna go. At the same time, right? You know what I'm saying? Listen, for a very small percentage of what you're giving to them, you can just send it to me. We can start a subscription. I can have conversations with you. That's why
they giving bread.
Listen, I don't have to go to work. I can just run my businesses, and then my work would be just tending to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can run it up. Holla at me when we get it together. You know what I'm saying?
We need to see the type of women they targeting. That's what it is.
I gotta do the homework. I gotta do the homework. Yeah.
Hey, man, y'all fellas, man, y'all gotta chill out on that, man. Relax. Stop it, all right?
Relax.
Will the real HD please stand up? And with that, we need to refill our drinks, man. Come on, man. You already know what time it is. It's Peace King Pod. Make sure y'all subscribe. Do all of that. We're going to be right back, man.
Absolutely.
It's your boy, Trell Maurice
Hungry HD.
We in the game, Coach.
You are now tuned in to the Peace King Podcast.
Delve into a remarkable collection of 100 thought-provoking quotes in this book, each one a reflection of life brimming with diverse experiences. Dontrell Ford's journey, marked by the profound chapters of marriage, the trials of divorce, and the joys of parenting both a biological son and a cherished bonus daughter, has provided the fertile ground for these words of wisdom. As you explore the pages, you'll find that these quotes are more than just words. They are an invaluable life lessons born from the crucible of real experiences. Dontrell's belief that he is an amalgamation of the places he's explored, the people he's encountered, and the experiences he has embraced infuses each quote with depth and authenticity. This book is your gateway to a journey of reflection, growth, and inspiration where you'll uncover timeless insights that resonate with the very essence of your own life's voyage.
You are now tuned in to the Peace King podcast.
Welcome back.
Yes,
Hopefully you subscribe to Peace King Pod on YouTube.
do that.
Follow at Peace King Pod on the gram.
Do that too.
Follow at The Hungry HD.
Come on, man.
Follow at
Trell Maurice.
Listen, man, you in the game.
We in there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, first half done, second half just not getting started. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, man, let's dive into this relationship thing a little bit more. All right. So we've talked about that physical aspect of things,
Right.
you know, before. All right. But when we talk about intimacy, there's levels to this here. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't want to dive straight into the physical. Was equally and arguably more important on the intimacy level is emotional intimacy.
Right.
That's one of those things that, like, just those words together, emotional intimacy, it like makes me ponder, what does that look like? What is that really? And just some examples for y'all as y'all thinking about if you've experienced emotional intimacy and at what scale or how is it important to you. Some examples of emotional intimacy is simple. Yeah, like showing appreciation, creating a safe space for the person that you're with, showing gratitude for certain things, thank yous, things like that. That bonds you. Anything that could have bonded you more closer together on that emotional scale. It could be intimate, spending quality time together. Trust. When you feel like the person trusts you, that mutual trust, you feel like that, that's a safe space.
Right.
If you could go out with your homegirls and you don't feel like you have to check in so that he's not tripping on you, or you having a fella's night out or whatnot, just going to watching the game, not innocently. You don't feel like you're doing something wrong, and you're not even doing anything wrong because she just created that safe space for you. That's emotional intimacy just there. Being able to be vulnerable.
Facts.
And knowing it ain't going to be thrown back in your face or she's going to look at you as less than a man. That's emotional intimacy. So with these examples here, first, the question to you, bro, is with emotional intimacy, do you believe that is overlooked or undervalued?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like you said, you said just as or maybe more. I feel like it's not even maybe. I think it is more important. You know what I'm saying? Because that lays the foundation for everything else. You know what I'm saying? It could bring everything else to such a higher level. It's you think about those times where it's like, who can I call in this moment? You know what I'm saying? Who can I share this moment with? And what that created for you, what that means to you. And, to just double down, I guess, on what you were saying, as far as when you're going out with the fellas or going out with your girls, it's nothing worse than like going out and feeling like you gotta look over your shoulder in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like feel like you on a clock. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're a fan.
Yeah.
Like you can't even fully enjoy yourself because it's like, here go this. You know what I'm saying? Or I gotta text at this time, or the phone start ringing. And it's like, oh, come on, fam. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even get comfortable and engaged in what's going on because it's one thing or the other. Either I'm just gonna say F it and do what I do, but then when you get home, you gotta deal with whatever when you get home. Or I'm all right, y'all, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, just to appease whatever, and then you still feel a way. So
Yeah.
I think it's so important, man, to have that.
Nah, big facts. I mean, just they're going out, not causing an issue before they leave the house. You know what I mean? Things like that. That helps the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even let's rewind it. Let's not even talk relationship. Let's talk about we're building, just getting to know each other. The man and the woman are just building, getting to know each other. The emotional, the sound effects in the back.
I don't know what you were saying.
That's hilarious. My bad. Shout out to the studio audience. We in the building. Nah, but the emotional intimacy during the dating part. You're building trust. You're getting to know people. Nah, let me give you this example. All right, where I'm going with this. I like shows like The Circle. I find like Love Is Blind fascinating. I could never do it, but I find it fascinating because they can't see each other. In The Circle,
Right.
nor in Love Is Blind can they see each other.
Yeah.
And there always comes a point where they choose to pull back the onion a little bit, to peel a layer, and to be vulnerable. And it never fails when one person becomes vulnerable or shares something that's intimate to them. We talk about intimacy. They share something that's intimate to them. It always brings the two humans closer together.
Yeah.
So the question is, even in the getting to know this person phase, how vulnerable can you be? How willing are you to be vulnerable? How willing are you to create that space for that emotional intimacy to heighten by sharing?
Right.
And I think it's important to get to know someone, to get closer, right? Once you have that trust. You see, all these things are intertwined with emotional intimacy. Once you have that trust and you could peel back that later, you could be more emotional, more vulnerable, and you're allowing them to get closer to you or not. It builds your relationship. But here's the thing. That's why I find it hard. If you want to do that, that means you care. That's why I find it hard sometimes to date multiple people on a serious level. Or as it get in there. Because you're trying to get to know the person. How many people you gonna let in?
Yeah. True. True indeed.
When it's important. You gotta do that. I'm just saying, like, to see if y'all gonna have that bond or not. There comes a point when you're gonna have to be a bit more vulnerable and learn the person on a deeper level. And if you're doing that with multiple, I don't know, I just find it hard. I feel like I only want to let one person in at a time as I'm getting to know them.
Well, I mean, okay, so this is why it's good to have both of us here in two different point of views, right? So I could date multiple people, and I just think that, but it always gets to a point where what you're saying makes sense, right? Like, so it is always gonna get to a time where you lock into one person more than the other.
Right.
If somebody shows themselves to be that person for you. So,
Okay.
But I feel like in the very beginning stages, when things don't necessarily have to get to that place yet, you can still kind of like filter through, right?
Okay.
Like on the way there, like when it's not to that stage. But when it gets to that stage, that's when it's like, that's actually usually, I guess, what helps you, like choose the person. Because it's like, this is the one that I feel
most comfortable with.
Exactly.
Nah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
But
and
what
maybe
you're saying
I'm
makes
thinking
sense too,
about
though.
maybe I'm thinking about seriously dating.
Right.
Like where we're exclusive.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key for all of us here, is to really bump the physical intimacy part, to really see who are you more willing to be emotionally intimate with.
Yeah.
If you want to let them in, if you have a desire to let them in on the deeper levels of you, then that may be somebody that you want to bond with on another level.
Yeah.
And that could be the indicator that that's the one you need to focus in on.
Because just like, shout out to the Gray Area, man. Episode was rocking. Everybody love that joint, you know what I'm saying? We still got reels coming out from that. Shout out to the homies. But even it's funny because the conversation we was having on there, and I think it was Uptown that was saying like, yo, when I first meet somebody, I'm just trying to pop. Like I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? We build from there. Like, oh, she actually cool. And it's funny because like when we posted that reel, a lot of women was in the comments feeling some type of way about that. And I was like, yo, like, nah, but it's more men that have that point of view than you actually realize. And it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just the fact that like we kind of learning as we go, you know what I'm saying? And trying to figure things out. And they're younger than us too. So it's like, you know, just a part of growth. But at the same time too, just to dive deep on that, like I don't necessarily take everybody serious from the beginning either. You know what I'm saying? And for me, when it's like super serious from jump, I'm always kind of like, well, how do you do that? Like, how do you go super? How do you take somebody that serious from the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand dating with attention.
Yeah.
I get that. But it's like, yo, fam, you ain't proved yourself. I don't know. I don't really know. You don't know me. I don't know you. What makes you, like, even bringing it back to the conversation where we talked about when women say they love you, well, some women or people, because men probably do it too, but I'm just speaking from my experience. If a woman says she loved me super early, I'm like, how man? Like, how you get here? So it's like, you know, that thing.
They said, I watched 40 episodes of Peace King Pod. I've heard you speak on several topics. They said they know you before you know them. They know.
Well, I mean, see, in our case, that's probably becoming a real thing. You know what I'm saying? But, and when I say, let me clear it up too, because when I say I don't take you serious, I don't mean like at all, like you're a joke, ha ha, he he. I just mean like it's levels to it, right? So it's like you're not established at any one position in my life yet. Like we're still getting to know each other. Just like when you meet an acquaintance or a co-worker at work. It's just like, all right, we co-workers, but you tell me you the homie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
not big facts.
After time, you build a relationship with somebody at work, and now they become your friend outside of work. So it's the same thing.
That's the trust. I think that's the part where it's you've proven yourself almost, or I trust that you will not hold what I'm about to reveal to you against me. You're not going to go running your mouth about what I'm about to tell you. There's the level of trust. Right. And that allows more parts of that emotional intimacy to occur, and being vulnerable and stuff. I'm wondering if men and women, we flip-flop it. If like the physical causes the man to be more emotional or let them in more. Once they smit a ding or something like that, now they're willing to show more of their emotional side, versus the woman, like they want to show more of their emotional side and get that bond before smit it in.
Well, not me. I hate to disappoint anybody out there. I'm saying I hate to take your view of HD down a few pegs, but not I, said the cat. You know what I'm saying? I don't listen. I mean, whether I smash or not, that doesn't change how vulnerable I get with you. Like you said, it depends on.
He said, I don't care how good it is.
Listen, how they know the waveicity ain't even gonna change that. Like, fam, I mean, maybe in the moment, like as it's going on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you can't hold me to what I say during that time. You know, I mean, we all can say some different things, but
hold on. We gotta hover over this.
Good.
We gotta hover over this. No dance. You be speaking of sweet nothings. Nah. Hey man, my man be he be doing the 1-4-3s, doing the smitty dings. My man be doing the 1-4-3s.
Not at all. Not at all.
I'm gonna buy you a house, baby.
Nah, never. Never. Listen,
I want to be your mother, your father.
Let me clarify. You know what I'm saying, for the people. No, it's all good. Like you might get a baby out of me. You know what I'm saying? I call you baby or something like that. But, yeah,
man.
But I'm not.
No. You gonna get a baby? He trying to go half on a baby. Come on, the counts is happening.
No. So yeah, I might call you baby, or some affection, something affectionate like that. But I'm not. Yeah. I've never once in my life said I love you during smashing, like unless I meant it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's not what I do.
I ain't even say it when I actually love a woman. I take forever. I could know for certain that I love this woman. I still won't tell her for like ever. I don't know what it is.
We working on it. Don't worry about it.
I'm still working in progress. You know what I'm saying? Be like that sometimes.
But listen, in all seriousness, like, I mean, it just makes sense, right? Like, what do people like share, right? Like, you don't share aesthetics, right? Like finances, right? Like, you might not necessarily have common ground on that level, right? You don't share nationality, ethnicity, right? Certain backgrounds, but we do share experiences, right? Like, we all have life experiences that resonate with all of us, no matter what walk of life you come from. So I think it's just, that's where that connection comes in at. And I think if you can tap into that and I don't want to say lead with that, but put that at the forefront for sure, that's where it becomes most important. And I think that's what actually blocks most people from connecting, even when we talk, not to get like super, social with it, but we talk about issues like racism and stuff like that. Like, people share a lot in common, but it's just these prejudices they have in mind that won't allow them to see past that. But if you actually sat down with the person, right, and talked to them and build with them, you would find that you guys have a lot in common and certain things you could relate to, right? So again, when it comes to relationships, I think it's the same thing. So, like you said, it's super duper important.
Man, that's big. Nah, that's huge facts. That's what brings people closer together. Mm-hmm. Straight up and down. Commonalities, common experiences, and you can relate with this human, no matter what their background is. Nah, that's big, man. Shout out to that. Nah, that's
you know what, though?
3 C's.
So I thought about something I was going to say earlier and forgot. So when you brought up the difference between like men and women. So I feel like that's a big part of the reason why women, those that do, right, like hold out on being intimate to a certain level, because they know once intimacy gets involved, it's going to change, like for them, right? Emotionally, a lot of ways. The stakes get higher, right? So, and for men, and a lot of times that's where disconnect becomes between us, because for men that doesn't really happen. Well, something happens with some men, but like I said, people like me, it don't happen, right? So a lot of men had that experience. So it was like nothing changes, but it changes for her. So now you're on 2 different wavelengths, you know what I'm saying? You speak in 2 different languages, and that's what a lot of the breakdowns start, coming into effect. So I feel like as men, we could learn from that as well, though, too, and take our time more and tap into more of that, leading into it.
Big facts. The oxytocin levels for a man can increase higher with a 6-second kiss and a 20-second hug more than sex. That's crazy.
Facts.
A 20-second hug can have more of an oxytocin release for a man than smashing.
That makes sense.
Ain't that wild?
I'm not gonna lie, cause listen, I think about it, man. I tell y'all, I think I
science.
told y'all before.
Think
I
about
like my head being rubbed, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I might tell you I'll buy you a house if you rub my head the right way. You know what I'm saying? Not during smashing, but you do that. So I mean, it makes sense though. And I mean, when we talk about creating a safe space in the home and wanting to come home, it be those type of things, right? So I think that's what it is. That makes a lot of sense.
And especially if you thinking like not even like making out session, but you like a passionate 6 seconds, that's a good amount of time. You're gonna feel it. You will feel that for 6 seconds. You are into that person.
Facts.
And a 20-second embrace, and it makes sense. You seen the like hugs do something. You seen the dude to be blindfolded and he like got the sign that says like if you want a hug, if you need a hug, And some people be needing that. Like those are they have effects on us. So bottom line is with the emotional intimacy, I think it is important. I think sometimes it is overlooked. I think it is something that we should be more aware of and intentional about, and careful on who you actually let in.
Fact.
And if you don't feel comfortable, you don't trust this person with information, you don't trust being vulnerable with this person, definitely don't submit a DM.
Yeah, true. And I think I might have to start like either on my phone or carrying around like a stopwatch. Because now that you gave me this new information about the 6 seconds, I feel like I got to put like a 3-second time on. Because if it's a good kiss for 6 seconds, I'm trying to take your drawers off. I'm going to be honest. So it's like, you know what I mean? I can't, 6 seconds is kind of,
ladies.
You know what I mean? So
you know what I mean?
A lot,
that is a good amount of time.
That's a good amount of time.
I mean,
a good kiss?
They probably
Nice.
got them soup coolers or something like that. Like, say, you feeling that? I feel that in my soul. Craziness. Where we at? Hey, man, it's about that time, man. It's about that time, man.
Yeah.
Y'all know what time it is, man. It's another time for one of our favorite segments, another favorite segment.
Absolutely.
Speak your piece, man. Speak your piece. You got the, I got the speak your piece. Hold on, where my?
Yeah, I think you got it.
I got the speak your piece. All right, bet. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen and ladies.
Shout out to the SpeakYourPeace, because like we've been telling y'all been acting up lately. Y'all been getting real brand new. But this person, you know what I'm saying, they pulled up, showed up, and showed out, man. Sent an email. And they sent an email and DM. They were serious about this. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get this SpeakYourPeace. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bet. Here we go. One time for the two time for the one. This is called fillers. I'm trying to fill. Man, fill your glasses while y'all waiting. I just went, all right, bet. This week's Speak Your Peace. It come from email. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the email. Shout out to peacekingpod.com. peacekingpod.com. All right, here we go. Hey, fellas. I'm a big fan of your podcast, and I love to contribute anonymously to the Speak Your Peace segment, and we thank you for that, okay? It's their cousin, and she asked permission. All right, so boom, bap, here it is. She's a wonderful person, beautiful, kind-hearted, and deeply spiritual. Despite all her amazing qualities, she struggles with insecurity, especially around me and my sister, she says, as she feels we're prettier than her. This has impacted her self-esteem for years. Could you offer any advice or insights to help her? Thanks a lot. Yo, so she the Michelle Williams.
She's Cinderella.
Nah, Cinderella was fly.
Which one is that? Nah, who's the one with? I'm sorry, it's been long life, man. What's the one with the stepsisters? And she felt like that's Cinderella.
She's Cinderella, but Cinderella was actually fly though.
No. She, but we don't know.
Nah, I get what
lady
you're
might
saying.
be fly too. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She might be.
She might be fly. She might be fly. But if she thinks that this lady that wrote, she thinks that the other two are prettier than her.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And she struggles with the insecurity of that. So, this is a clear cut. Sweetie Ding, get ugly friends. Problem solved. Listen, stop hanging around them pretty girls. Get you some ugly friends, and then you the Beyonce.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. Life's about decisions. And you making a poor one by hanging around people who are prettier than you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get
No, they be saying like on them dating apps, don't put a group photo up there, especially if you're not the prettiest one. It's just not a good look. That's not a good look. I'm being facetious. I'm joking around. It's a real joke.
Listen, I'm trying to think about this more intently, but it's like, first of all, you got to think about, your best qualities, right? Like, and hone in on that. Nobody's going to be the same. It's hard for me to speak, obviously, because I haven't seen any of you, so like to speak specifically,
right.
I have no idea. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody that's prettier than the next person. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be somebody that has more of whatever than the next person. And a lot of times, some of the stuff is like made up in your own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't see ourselves the way other people, see us.
Right.
And so you could definitely be overdoing it, right? Like you could be right in the same space or pocket with them, quote unquote, and it's just your mind, right, playing on you, because maybe whatever, you might have some other underlying issues or some trauma from whatever that's causing that to happen. So I think, just focus on whatever you feel to be your best qualities. Lead with those, highlight those, and really just, it's hard to do, but easier said than done. But try not to think about that, especially because this is your family, and I feel like nothing in that note said anything about them making you feel this way. Right. So they're not causing it. It's really just you. So as long as you're around family and family loves you and accepts you and treats you the same, that's really all that should matter. You leave everything else up to be whatever. Like,
Indeed.
Are dudes still shooting they shot?
Come on now. Hey, for real. Again, for my response on a serious note, we mentioned early in the episode, I got 2 points here. We mentioned early in the episode that May was Mental Health Awareness Month. That is, you got mad insecurities by hanging around other people. That can be, not saying you got a mental health problem, but just within the mental health and your own self-esteem or whatnot. Maybe speaking with someone to help you cage and have confidence in you and seeing your best qualities, okay? 1. 2, become a gym rat, okay?
I like
Get in the gym.
I like that one.
It's almost as if when you're in phenomenal shape as a woman, your face card, it don't need to be super strong. when your body is immaculate.
That right there is what you call a fact, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a fact.
You get in that gym,
It's a fact.
regardless of what your face gonna look like. Now they got makeup, you know, they got wigs, they got hair stuff. Like, you can fix that up a bit. But you get your body top tier, which you have full control over more times than not, unless it's some wildly outstanding, unknowingly health condition. But even then, you could probably figure out some workarounds. You become a gym rat. You get your body right.
Right.
Trying to tell you, somebody going to knock down them doors.
Absolutely. And
Somebody.
I feel like this is like a unspoken, benefit of that. You know what I mean? About the whole physical fitness. Not this part, but I'm going to say this part. Number one, that builds confidence, right? Like, you're going to build confidence through working out because you're going to see a change and a transformation. And obviously, we speak hypothetically because we don't know what you're looking like, but we're just throwing out all scenarios to try to help. You work out, you look right, you feel right, you're more confident. Your energy, it just exudes off of you. You can't even help it. But on the flip side, for the people that view you, underrated factor of being somebody that's in shape, when people look at you, it's not just that you look good, but it's like the fact that they know that you put work in to get in shape, that's attractive too, because it's like, oh, you about your business, you get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are committed to this. You know what I'm saying? Discipline, like, just knowing what it takes to get there and seeing somebody that did it and staying with it, it's like, oh, nah, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? So that builds attraction too. You know what I mean?
And it garners respect because it's discipline.
Right.
You are disciplined. That comes with respect. Been in the Air Force 19 years. I've seen the leaders that I used to look up to, and then seeing peers, the ones that are in great shape versus the ones who look like a freaking sack of potatoes and a bag of donuts in the uniform. Come on now. The ones that are in great shape get way more respect before they even open their mouths.
Yeah.
You respect this person because it's like, yo, they care. Yeah. They care about their appearance. They care about the way that they look. We're not talking about the facial structure or genetics like that. We talking about, we could tell they discipline, they put in the work. Yeah, that comes with the nature of certain jobs in the military. But that translates to all facets of work and lives and professions or what have you. Facts. That, like, if you are a person who is in shape, you have strangers asking you information. You have strangers complimenting you. Facts. Because you're in phenomenal shape. So yeah, that's what I would encourage them to do.
Facts. Especially like in a military uniform though. Because then it's like, yo, like, no, that's Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
Come
like,
on, man, for real.
Think you Steve Rogers out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, he get it in. Nah, he know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So
straight up and down, for real.
Yeah, facts.
And man, we in that. Hey, speak your piece. Yeah. Speak your piece. We appreciate that. That was via PeaceKingPod.com. Remember, you can shoot us a DM to the Peace King Pod page, preferably. And yeah.
Listen, you know what? We ain't have a long time. We ain't have a call in, man. Yeah. Listen, I missed the call in. Man, call in, man. We want to talk to you. We want to hear your voice. Yes. We want to dive deep because then we could ask mad questions just now about that.
That's big facts.
So dive in. Oh, and listen, we'd be remiss if we didn't do this. We got to highlight this. Because some of y'all, a lot of y'all missed this, actually, as a matter of fact.
What's that?
We had a little break, as y'all know. But during that break, it wasn't really a break because we had an episode, but it was on Instagram. But you can only get that episode if you was on Instagram. It was on live. You know what I'm saying? So that is one of the upsides and the pluses to following us on Instagram because you never know when a pop-up is going to happen, what content is going to go up that might not necessarily make it to YouTube or to the audio. So tap in, man.
Come on now. Well said, MIG. Come on, man. Don't miss out now. Follow us on the gram.
Got to do it.
All right, man. This is another great episode. You already know what time it is. Peace King Pod. It's your boy, Trell Maurice.
Hungry HD.
We in the game.
Yeah.
You are now tuned in to the Peace King Podcast.